From a young age, we are taught about the planets of our solar system: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, and so on. But are those all the planets that are out there? Well, thanks to Kepler mission over at NASA, we can say with certainty that there are many, many more planets out there than the ones orbiting around our star. In fact, to date, there have been more than 1,000 confirmed discoveries of these planets, called exoplanets, each with their own stars, moons, and night skies. But this raises many more questions, like how did we find them? What do they look like? And do they harbor life? Some of these questions are easier to answer than others, so let's start with how they're found. To answer this, we first need to know who's looking, and that's the Kepler spacecraft. Currently in orbit around the Sun, Kepler was launched on March 7, 2009, with the goal of finding Earth-like planets orbiting other stars. The way it detects these planets is really quite simple. It stays pointed at a single patch of sky for a long time, measuring the apparent brightness of many stars using a device called a photometer. It looks for a telltale sign of an exoplanet, called a transit. That's when a planet crosses in front of its star. When this happens, the parent star's brightness dims slightly, and with this dim comes plenty of information. The frequency of that dimming tells us the orbital period of the planet, and using what information we know about the star, including its spectral class, temperature, size, and radius, we can determine many things. By using the planet's orbital period and the mass of the star, we can use Kepler's third law to find the distance of the planet from its star. By knowing its distance from the star, we can determine if the planet is in its star's habitable or Goldilocks zone, which is the ideal distance from a star for life to exist. We can also determine the surface temperature of the planet, as well as its radius. NASA provides a great tool that easily lets us see this process in action. The range of planets discovered is truly astonishing, with planets ranging from Mercury-sized planets to super-Earths and even super-Jupiters. For example, the planet Kepler-12b is 60% larger than Jupiter and orbits its star every 4 days, and Kepler-62f, a super-Earth 40% larger than Earth that also falls within the habitable zone of its star, meaning it could potentially have life. To spark the imagination of what it's like on exoplanets, NASA created some retro posters showcasing some of the discovered planets. The discovery of these planets will surely go down in history as one of the most important astronomical observations. It shows us the chances of being alone in the universe are much lower than what we may have expected, with there so far being around 50 exoplanets discovered within the habitable zone of their star. These discoveries also give us insight into the creation of planets and of solar systems, and the very impossible shapes and sizes planets come in. Most importantly, it brings us steps closer to the holy grail of astronomy, finding another planet teeming with life, another Earth.